Hello and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Today I am going to be making some roadkill venison jerky. Yes, you heard me right, roadkill. So one of the first steps that you have to be careful with is don't ever use roadkill that you don't know the age of. That should be pretty obvious, but sometimes people think that, you know, if the body's still warm, you can go ahead and use it. I don't trust that. I don't trust anything other than I know exactly when it died. So a friend of ours witnessed a deer getting hit and put it right into a walk-in cooler and called us and told us to come get it. So we did, and Ryan did all the preliminary cleaning, and I went ahead and butchered it down into different cuts. When I got to one of the hind quarters, I discovered that there was actually a break that we didn't see in our first evaluation of the carcass. So there was an internal break on the bone on the back leg. So I cut out most of the bruised or damaged meat around that break, but there was still some slight tinges of red streaking through the meat in that area. So what I did next is I put those pieces of meat into a milk brine. Sounds strange, I know, but I put it into milk with salt and let it sit for overnight to draw out any of the extra blood that was in that meat so that it wouldn't have a gamey flavor when it was done. So now it has changed color. It's a really pale. I don't see any of the red streaking anymore. It looks great. I really should just go ahead and make it into steak and have dinner, but I'm gonna cut it into thin slices so that we can have some jerky. So the next step that I'm gonna do is cut it into thin slices, less than 1/4 of an inch size, and then I'm gonna put those pieces into a marinade overnight so that it gets lots of good flavoring before I put it into the dehydrator. For cutting up the meat, I have been gifted the most amazing knife set I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. I have cut up, what is it, 2 or 3 deer carcasses previously from start to finish, and it was a lot of work. I had to sharpen my knife a lot. My kitchen knives are not the greatest, but I tell you what, this kit right here is life-changing. This is the Outdoor Edge Game Processor kit. It has the sharpest, best knives I've ever used, and it made this job so much easier. So thank you to my dear friend who sent us these as a gift. I have it on our Amazon store, so check that out. And if you're interested, you can purchase one too for yourself. I'll put it in the kitchen store. This set is amazing. It comes with many different choices of knives. It comes with a sharpener. It comes with these. This was one of the main reasons why I picked this set as the one I wanted, because I can cut right through ribs with this, and this will be really useful for when I have big bones that I have to saw through. And this is a rib stretcher. I don't even know what that is, so that's what that is. This one I think is my favorite. This has been really nice for cutting up the meat and making it into steaks. So I'm going to use this one for my cutting into jerky. Alright, we've got all the meat sliced up nice and thin, and we have 2 separate containers because one's going to be a spicy batch and the other one's going to be not spicy. That way the boys will be able to eat some, but us adults,
jerky, please,
including Dalton, will be able to eat some nice spicy jerky. So Dalton, tell us what you want to put in the spicy one.
I don't know yet, but I am going to I have a couple of bowls here, and I'm going to mix up any sauces I have and figure out which combinations will be the best.
Excellent idea. Thank you, son. So as a base for our marinade, I'm going to use my lacto-fermented brine. This is from making okra pickles. There's a few pickles left in the bottom there, but there's a lot of garlic and other wonderful pickle-like flavors. I'm just gonna pour a little bit over each of these to give the right amount of lactic acid to help soften the meat as well. So this is gonna be really amazing flavor and wonderful marinade to help tenderize the meat even further. There are so many different seasonings you can do with your jerky, but my expert jerky eater here, Dalton, says the one really important ingredient is the Worcestershire sauce. It gives it a really jerky flavor. I think that having liquid aminos, or if you want a sweet teriyaki like one, coconut aminos, is really good too. You can do a black pepper blend. So we're doing a spicy one that we're using some of the chili paste with. So we're gonna do chili paste along with Worcestershire and liquid aminos and black pepper in one of them, and then the other one we're gonna do more of the liquid aminos and coconut aminos and have it be kind of a sweeter one.
This is mango scotch bonnet. It's spicy, but it definitely has a good sweet mango flavors in it, so I'm going to add it to the jerky.
Ooh, this is gonna be good, Dalton. Oh, you can do a little more than that.
That's all you need.
I like spicy jerky. That's a lot of jerky.
That is a lot of jerky.
Oh yeah. And then what's that, Dalton?
This is, of course, the Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to do partly that and then partly some of the normal amino acids.
Awesome. We also added a little bit of Worcestershire to this one, but we're gonna go mostly with the liquid aminos and coconut aminos for this one. Dalton's adding the liquid aminos now to this one. Yum.
Just the tiniest bit for salt.
Next, we're doing the spicy.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it is the soul of sriracha.
It's some red chili paste. Delicious. Oh, come on, use some more than that.
It's quite
We want a spicy one.
That is true.
We want it to burn our tongues. This is gonna be so good, Dalton. Thank you for helping me.
Of course. Well, of course, because I want to help eat it.
All right, got it stirred up, and now he's just making sure that as much of the meat is submerged as possible. We will go ahead and stir it probably halfway through the marinade to make sure that the top layer gets down underneath into the bottom as well. And now we move on to the sweet one, or the non-spicy version. So we added the tiniest bit of black pepper and red pepper, but like not enough to make it spicy. So now we're gonna add a good amount of coconut aminos to give it a nice sweet, salty, tangy, almost teriyaki-like flavor. And some liquid aminos as well.
Just a tiny little splash.
I think it's good to add, it gives a nice saltiness, plus the health benefits.
There you go.
All right, we wanted to go ahead and make this really extra sweet, so we are actually adding brown sugar. So that we think that's gonna make it really delicious. And what is the other ingredient, the secret ingredient that Mommy wanted to add, because Stacy Lynn Harris taught me at the Homestead of America's conference when she gave her class about cooking game. Cocoa.
Can you guess what it is?
Cocoa powder is a great thing to add when you're doing venison dishes. I've been using it ever since she mentioned it at the Homestead of America's conference, and I thank her very much for that wonderful idea. If you don't know Stacy Lynn Harris, go check her out, and definitely follow some of her advice, because she is super smart when it comes to cooking game. All right, we're gonna let this marinate overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna place it in my Excalibur on the trays, making sure none of the pieces overlap or touch, and then we're gonna let it go, what did I say, 4 hours?
4 hours.
4 to 5 hours, depending. This is a little thicker, so it might be more like 5 hours. And that can be on the temperature setting for meat, which is usually between 150 and 160, and make sure that it's dry and brittle and cracks when you bend it. And then you know it's done and you get to enjoy the delicious feast. Are you excited to try some jerky? This boy loves some jerky. He wants jerky in his stocking. He loves jerky so much. All right, the jerky is finished. Dalton actually swung by here on his way home from school because he didn't want to miss out, and he was afraid we would eat all the jerky. But he was supposed to be going to his dad's house, but he had to come by here and grab some first, and he approves. I thought I captured some video of him when he was here, but I seem to have lost that clip. So this is the sweet chocolate one, or not chocolate, but I used the cocoa powder and the brown sugar and the coconut aminos in this one. It's so good. It's so delicious. It's just the right amount of sweet and savory. I love it. It does very much remind me of a teriyaki-like flavor, but not true teriyaki. So the sweet one's really good. The spicy, really good. Got nice flavor, but it's not spicy. I would have added a lot more hot pepper. It's got a little bit of heat, but it's not spicy heat. I wanted like burn your mouth spicy. So the next deer Ryan gets, I'm probably gonna do a black pepper one and a really spicy red pepper one. So be looking out for that in a vlog. I won't do a whole video tutorial, but I'll definitely tell you guys how it was. So all in all, both jerkies came out delicious. Super happy with our Roadkill jerky. I really want to give a big thank you to Dalton for helping me not only with this recipe but with this video. It's really cool to have my 17-year-old grown-up son interested in helping his mom, and it's a special treat for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Peace.